People always ask if I've ever had a weird ride as an Uber driver. I used to say, sure, a drunk college kid peed in my back seat once, or yeah, some dude tried to light up a joint and offered me one. Dumb stuff. Harmless. But now, it's different. It was a Thursday night, slow shift. I usually drive weekends, but I picked up some extra hours after dinner because my daughter had a dentist bill, and the money was tight. Around 11:45 p.m., I got a ping. Pickup was from a residential cul-de-sac in Elk Grove, heading into East Sac. Basic 20-minute trip. Name on the ride, Caitlin. I pull up, and there's a woman already standing at the curb. Hoodie, black jeans, AirPods in. She doesn't wave or smile, just gets in the back behind me and says, "Yeah, I'm Caitlin." Her voice was low, quiet, kind of raspy. I figured maybe she had a cold or had been out at a bar yelling. "All right, Caitlin," I said, hitting start on the app. "You doing okay tonight?" She didn't answer, just silence. But whatever. I've had antisocial passengers before. I threw on some lo-fi beats, low volume, and started driving. About 5 minutes in, I noticed she was mumbling. At first, I thought she was singing along to the music, but it was off-tempo. Her voice wasn't matching anything I was playing. So I turned the music down a notch and listened. She was saying something over and over, really soft, like, how long, then a pause. Not long now. And then she laughed. Not a normal laugh. Just this weird little huff, like someone amused by something only they understand. I glanced in the rear view. She was staring dead ahead, not at me, just straight into the back of the passenger seat. Eyes wide, still, unblinking. I felt my gut tighten, so I cleared my throat. "Everything okay back there?" She didn't respond. Just started tapping her fingers on the window in this pattern, like a rhythm. Tap, 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 tap. Pause, tap, tap. It repeated, over and over. I didn't recognize it, but it felt intentional, like a code. I tried to stay calm, focused on the road, kept thinking, it's late, she's drunk, maybe high, just drop her off and move on. But here's where things shifted hard. We got close to her drop-off point, some street in East Sac, and she suddenly leaned forward almost between the seats and asked, "Hey, do you mind taking a longer route? I'm not ready to be home yet." Now, normally I'd say sure. I mean, it racks up more fare. But her tone wasn't like someone who just wanted to take a scenic drive. It was flat, emotionless, like she was saying it out of obligation, not preference. I glanced at the GPS. We were 4 minutes from the pin. Yeah, I guess. Did you want to reroute through somewhere?" She leaned back. "Number, just drive for a bit." So I did. Turned off the main street. Started coasting through the neighborhoods. She stayed quiet again. Just breathing. I could hear every exhale. And her breathing was wrong. It didn't match the rhythm of someone relaxed or zoning out. It was measured. Like she was holding her breath between each inhale. I looked at the time. It was after midnight now. Streets were empty. Just me, her, and the hum of the tires. And then she spoke again. "Did you lock the doors?" I blinked. "Yeah. It locks automatically once we start driving." She smiled. I could hear it in her voice even if I couldn't see her. "Good. That's smart." Silence again. I didn't like this. At all. So I pulled up to a random gas station and said, "Hey, I gotta use the restroom real quick. Be right back." I got out. Walked straight inside the mini-mart. Pretended to browse. When I looked back out the window toward my car, she was in the driver's seat. I swear to God. Just sitting there, hands on the wheel, looking forward. Not trying to drive, not moving, just sitting there, like it was hers now. I stepped back outside slowly. "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" She turned her head slowly, like a puppet on strings. "It's warm in the front," she said. I told her to get out. She didn't. Just stared at me, expressionless, hands still on the wheel. Now I'm not a confrontational guy, but I was ready to call the cops. I pulled my phone out. She opened the door and got out like nothing had happened. Brushed past me, walked around to the back seat and slid in again. Didn't say a word, didn't apologize, didn't even acknowledge what she'd done. She just said, "We can go home now." I was done. I opened the back door from outside and said, "Ride's over. Please exit the vehicle." She didn't move. So I stepped back, called 911. Right as the dispatcher picked up, she opened the door and started walking away. Calmly. No rush, just down the street, into the dark. I stood there on the line with dispatch, explaining everything. Police showed up 20 minutes later, took my statement, said there wasn't much they could do since, technically, no crime had been committed.